Hi, it's Katie here. I wanted to give you the energy forecast for this year, the year of the fire horse. It's a yang year. It's also number 1 year. And this year is all about energy. And I think it's really, really important this year to recognize your intention. There's two paths, two ways to go this year. It's my dog. The first is coming back to your center, coming back to yourself, and really evaluating where you are and where you want to go, creating a path that leads to your higher potential, living that higher potential, living that higher self. And the other path is that which unfortunately takes a lot of your energy. I've been calling it the path of the Trojan horse. Has a lot to do with wherever your attention goes, there's a great pull this year from all kinds of sources that want your attention and that actually take your energy. It's a real energy sucker. So be aware where your attention is this year, and make sure you're not responding to opinions, to political stuff, to belief systems, beliefs, comments that are based on emotion. So what you want to watch out for, that's the other dog. What you want to watch out for is really being pulled in by an emotion, whether it's fear or it's an upping of the ego. There's a lot of like, oh, if you're a Sigma empath, you are special. There's a lot of ego stroking going on, and all of that kind of leads you down a wormhole, which in the end takes a lot of energy from you, a lot of thought. So it's quite important this year, again, to make sure your intention is in the right place, to look and see where your energy, your attention flows, and to see if that's really the path that you want to go down. That being said, this year for me, or especially this last year, has been a lot about recognizing energy, what takes energy, what conserves energy, energy leakages. How do we really come to a place where we have the energy to live our lives the way we originally envisioned? There's so much that went on between the beginnings of when we started this life to now, in terms of patterning and belief systems and fears and all that stuff. So it's really, in my mind, this whole conserving energy and stopping the leakages and not falling for energy suckers is all about coming back to the beginning. It's all about like, who am I originally? I feel especially empaths or people that have placed their center of attention outside of themselves, like I have for many years, even as a yoga teacher, even as someone who's very physically aware, I did not recognize that my center of attention was very often outside of me. It was on the situation, it was on the circumstance, it was on the person that could potentially cause discomfort, and it was on really the main focus for an empath or someone whose center of attention lies outside of themselves, is reading the situation, reading the energy, and making sure that there are no waves, making sure things stay calm. And that means there's a lot of stress, anxiety in regards to causing waves, in regard to speaking your truth and dealing with the consequences. So if you are feeling that your confidence is not there, if you're feeling that you don't know what your path is, if you're feeling stressed out, if you often worry about other people or think about how other people's lives could be improved instead of really looking at your own evolution and your own path, then I highly recommend a technique I discovered a few months ago called the framing technique. I have meanwhile created my own version of the framing technique that has a lot to do with focusing as well, meaning looking at areas of discomfort as an observer, so you don't get wrapped up in the anxiety, in the discomfort. You get to see the bigger picture. You get to step back a little bit and be the observer. So, okay, and that was a lot of information. Really, the biggest thing that I want to end this video with is how important, especially this year, how important it is to find your unique personal power, your personal empowerment, that which makes you the original, makes you you, where you started from. And also how very vital it is to make a decision and to stand by that, to actually take responsibility for that decision, which means it comes from here, and you just follow. It's not a, I have to exercise today because I want to be a karate champion. It's really more about the inner path, coming back to that inner space where you know who you are, and it's just a natural following of your path. So make a choice, make a good choice this year. And yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to say in this video, and I will see you for the next one in this amazing framing focusing technique meditation. I hope you can join me, try it out. I found it extremely useful. For the first time in a long time, or ever, I've actually kind of reconnected with my path, with who I am, with my original self, as I like to say. So anyway, wishing you a wonderful year, and I will see you next time.